Hey guys, how's it going? We are doing another Q&A. It has been such a great week. My mom is currently here with us. She's been with us for a couple days now, and she's going to be with us for another week, which is so exciting. When we first booked her flight out, she initially was just going to be out for a couple days, and then we decided, you know what, let's just extend it. So she's going to be out here until, she's staying with us until the 7th, and then she's going to go stay with some other family members until the 12th. So she's going to be here for a while, which is really exciting. We're actually surprising her brother, my uncle, for his birthday. His birthday's on the 7th, and he doesn't know that she's in town right now. And so we're going to surprise him. So it's going to be really cool. So last week we did the Q&A, and then we did moving the sweet spire, a new plant stand. Then we did planting seedlings, and then removing a huge impact plant, and finally finishing the fence 5 years later. And did you guys catch the thumbnail on that one? The whole photo was Brent, the entire thing. Did you notice? So let's get into it, because my mom brought the bad weather. It was so nice. It was in the 70s, and now we're back into over 100 degrees. And it's funny because my mom was looking at the forecast and she was like, I'm so excited to come out there because you guys are in the 70s and 80s and the weather is perfect. And then we looked at the forecast right before she came out, and the 10-day showed over 100 degrees. I was like, ooh, thanks. Glad you're coming out, Mom. The first video from last week was the Q&A, and the first question on that is from Dorothy Dunn, and she had said, hi, Robbie and Brent. When you guys move, will you take your Finch with you? We will be taking the Finch with us. At first we had talked about trying to catch all of them and then selling them back to the pet store, and then we would go ahead and rebuy them when we got a house built for them. But we decided that these are the ones that we're so attached to, and now they're starting to eat out of my hand, and these are the ones that have been born with us. So our goal is when we move, which year and a half maybe, first thing I guess that'll have to happen is to build a Finch house and to build a chicken coop. And we'll just build kind of small temporary structures until I can build, honestly, basically the exact same that we already built for the aviary over again. I love the design of it. There might be a few little things that I tweak, but overall the design that we have for that is just perfect. The next question on that video was from JRP, and they had said, the pergola turned out beautifully. Question, now that it is getting cooler in your area, will you be completing the fence soon? We completed it. And of course there's a train. I'm gonna work through the train. But yes, we completed the fence, and we were waiting for that little cool down, which is exactly what we got for us to be able to finish that fence. And it's so nice to look out into the backyard and have it finished. It's funny, the area that was the fence, that the portion that we didn't finish was the portion that we saw from our living room. So we always just looked out and we always saw it. It was really frustrating. The next question on that video was from Audrey, and she had said, Robbie, your garden is just beautiful. Are you still doing any work with Monrovia? Thank you, appreciate that. I am not currently working with Monrovia, but if they want to send out more plants, I'm not going to stop them from sending out more plants. When I had gone down to my trip to go check out their growing facility, we had decided to just do a short-term contract with them, and so it was only supposed to be 3 months that I worked with them, and it was a really good 3 months. I learned a lot about their company, I learned a lot about their plants, and they sent up a bunch of great plants. And I mean, I still use their plants. I just did a video this week of planting one of their spiral topiaries. So yes, I still have some of their plants, and I still will be planting their plants as I find them, but I'm not exclusively working with anybody right now. The only company that I do work with at this moment is Bootstrap Farmer, and they're just my favorite. I just love them. I've been buying from them for many years. So nope, I'm not working with Monrovia anymore. I'm not working with Proven Winners. I'm not working with Endless Summer Hydrangea. I'm not working with anybody at all. It's just me, myself, and I. I do, though, have a shipment of plants that is supposed to be here any minute now, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. You guys will see it this week, this week. And I'm really excited for you guys to see it because it is a lot of plants, and it's some really good plants. And that is all it is they just sent me plants. I'm not working with the company or anything like that. They asked if I wanted plants, and I said yes, absolutely. And the last question on that video is from Higgins Angel, and they had said, if you move, will you take the Finch house or design a new one? The goal is to design a new one. I think that that one would be way too big to move. So hopefully whoever buys the house would also like a Finch house or some type of building like that, because that's definitely going to be coming with the house. But I do want to design one that looks exactly like that, just like minor tweaks to it. Like, I love the roof, I love the design of it. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit taller on the bottom half of the building, a bigger door. I don't know, there's just like minor tweaks that I would like to change to it. So it was a good experiment. It was a good learning piece how we want it designed. And I will not take as long as I took to get a finial for this one. The next video that we did was moving the sweet spire, new plant stand, and cutting back the window box. So it was just a little menagerie. This whole week was kind of a menagerie of things, actually thinking about it. So there was a lot of menageries. Oh, somebody goes, can you say menagerie in every video? There you go. The first question on that video is from Blonde Makeup Chick, and she had said, Robbie, where did you find that broom? I will link it down below. It's from one of my favorite stores ever. It's from Terrain. I got it, I think, 2 years ago at this point, and it's actually called like a broom rake. So you're supposed to be able to use it in your garden beds also, which I have done. It's supposed to like be perfect just to be able to get like leaves out of it and leave all of the mulch behind. I love this thing. We use it all the time. Usually it's sitting on our front porch because it's perfect to just sweep off the front porch, and it's cute enough to like leave out and not have it look like I just left a broom on my front porch. The next question on that video is from Jan, and she had said, can you just move the lavenders so they're all the same variety and can fill in? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna move one of the ones on the end and just move it to that hole that I have. I think I have to, so that way they all fill in. And then if there's a hole at the very end, it doesn't matter. I don't want to move all of them, but if I just move one, I think it'll be totally fine. So this fall, when it cools down, I think that's the plan, is just to kind of play a slight shuffle up there. The next question on that video is from Mucker, and they had said, good morning, Robbie. I just love your window box. Have you thought about making your yard more hummingbird friendly with all the plants they love to eat? I would love a video about that. We actually try, reminder that is not my rooster. We actually try really hard to incorporate things that are hummingbird friendly into our garden. Like, we have plants that we've bought because they were supposed to be hummingbird friendly, and turns out they didn't love them, so we pulled them. And I have some salvias that are supposed to be showing up, and I cannot wait for you guys to see them, because when they get here, nothing's gonna be in bloom, but when you guys get to see them, they're supposed to be a hummingbird like plant, like a magnet for hummingbirds. So I'm really excited about those salvias, and I should have a bunch of them coming. So it's gonna be so good. So yes, I love adding anything hummingbird friendly. They love, love, love salvias. That's something that we've always kind of had on the property, and we kind of like switched it up for which one that we like to have on the property. Didn't we have a pineapple one? What was it called? But yeah, that might be a really good video, is to do best plants to attract hummingbirds. I think I'm gonna do that. We need to do that ASAP. I mean, currently we do have about 12 hummingbirds that feed out of our hummingbird feeder. And they don't just feed out of a hummingbird feeder, they're on a ton of our plants right now. And salvia, I have 4 salvias that are the ignition white and the ignition purple. Those are from Monrovia, and they're always on those also. They're also always on zinnias for some reason. And what else are they always on? Yeah. They're always on the Rose of Sharon, but I don't know if they're actually getting anything out of it, but they're always flying around it. So I'm not sure what's up with that. They are also always around the butterfly bush that we have. They're always on that thing. So let's do one in the next couple weeks, because that's a great idea. The next question on that video is from Grace's Home and Garden. She had said, hi Robbie, looks amazing. Question, where did you buy your pruner holder belt? I need that, I always lose mine. That thing has seriously been amazing for me to not lose my pruners. I got it off of Amazon. I have to say that I personally love it, but I could see some people not loving it. When I bought it, the back of it was really, really rough. I don't know if it's 100% leather or whatnot. I don't care. Personally, I love it. But the back of it was really rough that I had to, like, I don't remember what I did. I think I took one of those, like, fabric shavers. You know, it's a little, like, takes the, like, the pilling off of your clothes. I think I used one of those to clean up the back of it. And since I did that, I've had 0 problems. I've had it for about a year now. I got it last December. And I keep 2 of my pruners, I keep my snips, and I keep my twine. I think that's all I keep in it. And it makes it so I lose nothing anymore in the garden. I don't always wear it, but I do like usually move it around with me if I you know, am doing a project. That way I don't lose my tools anymore. So I will link it. It is from Amazon. It's not the best. It's $100. I will say that. So I'm gonna also say that you get what you pay for, because I know there's ones out there on the market that are like $200 that look and feel really nice. This one was half the price and it's about probably half the quality. The last question on that video is from 1430 Chef, and they had said, "Hi, where's your little water fountain from?" "The one by your seating area. I need something like that for my space." So we have two little water fountains. I can't remember. Oh, the one, yeah, I know which one was in this video. So we have one on our front porch, but we also have the one on our back porch, and that one is from Campania, and it is, we found it locally at the plant barn, and there's not a really good source online. I think I paid like $150 for it, but I found it on Pottery Barn, I think, and it was like $250. You do what you want with your money, but I would probably ask my local garden center, if they carry Campania, if they could bring in that bubbler fountain. I will put the name of it on the screen, and I will put a link to the Pottery Barn one in the description down below. Personally, I would pass on the Pottery Barn one, and I would see if you can find it local by somebody who buys that brand, the Campania brand. But I absolutely love that one. The same one goes for the one on our front porch. It is also from the same company. The next video was planting seedlings and fixing a really sad planter. The first question on that video was from Annette, and she had said, "Robbie, what size drip lines do you use and how far is each emitter?" The one that I use in my raised beds is the 1/2 inch brown poly, and it has emitters every 12 inches, and we pick it up from Home Depot. It's from Rainbird. And then the small one that I use is the 1/4 inch, and it has it every 6 inches. And I use the 6-inch one for containers, and I use the 12-inch one for things that are in ground, or like my entire landscape has the 12-inch spacing one. So we've been using it for 5 years now. Absolutely love it, and it has helped everything in my garden. Everything is on irrigation. I have 2 containers on my property that are not, and they get severely neglected. The next question on that video was from JRP, and they had said, "Question, I'm a relatively newbie gardener and was wondering if the cladium had spider mites. Shouldn't you replace the soil in the pot before planting something new?" Probably. Yes, to be safe. I was just being extremely lazy, and it's probably going to come back and bite me. But I also am going to be doing some preventative spraying, and we are still treating for spider mites. I did the beneficial insect thing. It worked great while they were here, but that is something that you have to like constantly like keep buying in the garden. So I didn't keep reordering them, especially when it's 106 out and everything is like dying and it's hot. I didn't want to ship the bugs because they would die in the mail. And so we are using spray again. I don't want to talk about spray because I'm not 100% certain on which ones I'm wanting to use going forward. But yes, I probably should have, but I will just be spraying that plant just with a spray just to be on the safe side. So I'm not too worried about it, if we're being completely honest. And the spider mite infestation was so minor that I see it way worse just in like 2 pots over. And the last question on that video is from Kathy, and she had said, "Where's your gloves? You need to protect yourself from those black widows. Where there are some, there are more. Wear gloves." I'm just so bad at it. I am so bad at wearing gloves. Maybe I should put them in my little tool belt thing, and then maybe I'll remember. But realistically, I love to be able to feel what I'm doing in the garden. I don't know. I don't know why I don't wear gloves. I have zero good excuse for not wearing gloves. I'll put some in my tool belt and try to remember. I don't even have any good garden gloves, if we're being honest. I will order some garden gloves, and maybe in the next couple weeks I will try to wear them more. Hopefully. And the next video that we did was removing a huge impact plant and making flower arrangements with it. And I'm very sad that they're gone. I'm very, very sad about it. The front driveway looks so empty now, but it does look better because the plants were on a steady decline to being done for the season. So it is okay. I get why they were done. It was hot and they produced a ton of blooms. They did their job and it was so worth it. I will be doing those again. The next question on that video was from SJERZGRL, and they had said, "Robbie, the arrangements are gorgeous. Question, when you give an arrangement to your neighbors, do they return your vase to you to use again, or are they part of the gifted arrangement?" they're part of the gifted arrangement, but all of my neighbors who I do give flowers to know that if they give me the flower vase back, I will pretty quickly refill it and bring them a new vase full of flowers. So it is part of it. If they keep the vase, I'm not mad at it. I buy them from the Goodwill because they're like $2-3 a piece and it doesn't bother me at all. But most of my neighbors will usually bring me my vase back when the flowers are done, or sometimes they'll come up to me and they'll be like, hey, here's 5 of your vases. So I don't think anybody actually keeps the vases. I don't think I have anyone who's kept them, but I mean, they totally could. It wouldn't bother me at all. The next question on the video was from Maria, and she had said, hi, Robbie. That is so sweet how you give flowers to your neighbors. Unrelated question, what is the mulch you like to use and where do you find it? Thanks so much. The mulch that we love to use is called Garden Time Pathway Mulch. Favorite mulch ever. I try to buy it in bulk all at once so that way it's pretty consistent when it's bagged, and you can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. I do find the best price is at Lowe's, but it sells out much faster at Lowe's than it does Home Depot. So Pathway Mulch by Garden Time, it's the best stuff ever. I think it's like $3 a bag at Lowe's and it's usually like $6 a bag at Home Depot. So I would check Lowe's first. The next question on that video was from Barbara, and she had said, Robbie, did you condition the mahogany slender hibiscus? I used it last week and it failed within 15 minutes. I later read that you need to dip in boiling water for 5 to 7 seconds before using. I don't condition mine, but you can like take a hammer to the very bottom of it, or you can do a very deep slash cut to it so it can absorb as much water as possible, or you can boil it. I don't do any of those things. Usually it flops for me, and then usually within a couple hours it perks right back up. So I don't bring over those flower arrangements to anybody until they've fully perked back up. I don't ever have them fully fail on me. So I always harvest them either super late at night or super early in the morning, so that way I don't have to deal with them doing that flopping thing. This time I harvested in the middle of the day and they did flop. It wasn't that big of a deal to me because I knew I was going to keep them overnight and then they would perk back up, which they all did perk back up. So if you don't want to have to boil them, because I'm not going to sit there and boil water, that's just not who I am, just give it one night and they should totally perk back up for you if you do a nice deep cut on the bottom of the stem. And the last question on that video was from a bearing, and they had said, can you plant the Suncredi seeds for new plants, or do the seeds not produce? So it doesn't produce any seeds at all, and it's focusing all of its energy on producing blooms. The way that that Monrovia grows this is from tissue cuttings, meaning that they're taking cuttings from it. But here's the thing. This is a patented plant, so you can't do that. I won't be doing that. It is a hot topic about patented plants. I don't want to get into it. I will just be buying new plants next year because I won't be taking cuttings from that one at all. So it is a patented plant, so you can't do your own cuttings, and it does not produce any seed. It is a sterile plant. In the last video, we finished the fence 450 years later. Oh, it's so nice getting this fence done. This has been a project that we wanted to get done before our wedding because we got married here in the backyard, and that didn't happen. It would have been nice if it happened, but it didn't happen. It's okay. The first question on that video was from Sue, and she had said, the fence looks so good. Will the neighbor paint her own side of the fence, or did you paint hers too? I don't know if she's gonna paint hers. I don't think she will. The last fence that was up, it was natural on her side, and we will not be painting hers. If she wants to paint the side of her fence that's hers, she can paint that side. And the next question on that video was from Yusuf, and they had said, great job. What size are the fence boards? They are 7.5-inch wide boards. We had originally done part of our fence with much smaller boards, and I hated the look of it, and we tore it all down, and we did recycle those fence boards, and they're on the back side of one of our fences, and I just can't stand how small they were. So this is the perfect size. We also almost went with the much bigger board, but I kind of liked this in-between size. And the next question on that video is from Ash, and they had said, just curious, why bother trimming the fence board corners if you end up capping it at the end anyways? Loving the new plans. Okay, it's called dog-eared, and they come dog-eared like that because most people don't cap it, and most people aren't going to do the dog ears themselves. So they just come when you buy them from Home Depot, Lowe's, or any lumber yard. They come pre-cut on the corners because that's how most people just leave it. I just don't like the look of it. I mean, even if they came uncut, I would still end up doing this trim piece like this. So they just come like that. had nothing to do with us. The next question on that video is from Michael, and they had said, are the neighbors sharing cost? The neighbors are not sharing cost. We did not ask any of them if they would pitch in at all. We just wanted to be able to get it up, have zero input, and have it so that the entire fence boards face us. We wanted the fence boards to be facing inside of the property. I like that looks so much better. So we decided to just do this. And in California, whoever pays for the fence gets to decide which way the fence boards go. So we decided this way. If fences do get split in cost, it's called good neighbor fencing. And what you do is every 8-foot section, then, 8-foot section, then you flip the panels. So like you would have a back of the fence and then a front of the fence and the back of the fence and the front of the fence. And my thought was, we're gonna pay for this entire fence this way. And then if any of the neighbors want to have boards every 8 feet on the back of their fence, they can pay somebody else to put them up. That was my thought. Then I'm not asking anybody for money or anybody for help. We did the labor, we did buy everything. And if they want to put up fence boards so they don't see the back of a fence, that is all on them. And the last question for the week is from Poem, and they had said, will you be planting trees along the fence in front of your neighbor's carport? I'm still debating on whether I need to do that or not, because I'm trying to keep in mind the size of the willow when it gets mature. And I'm thinking that it's probably gonna get a little too close to the fence. So I need to like come out and measure it because the willow has a branch that's headed that way because it gets the afternoon sun that way. So I don't know. Maybe I'll plant some shrubs or something like that. Probably not trees, but it needs to be things that stay a little more narrow growing. I'm trying to keep in mind the fact that this is not our forever home. And so I already have a lot of high maintenance things on this property with all the espalier. So I don't want to add more maintenance with even more trees because we already have a ton of trees on this property. I think our last count, we were at like 40 something trees. It was a lot of trees. I mean, just in the apple trees, we have 4 apple trees plus the willow. We've got the alder and 2 birch trees. And then I'm counting the vitex because I'm training it into a tree. And then I have 2 lemon cypress. I have 4 lemon cypress, forest pansy redbud. I have a maple tree. I have 8 or 9 arbovitas. I think there's 6 along the back of the gazebo. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff on here. So I'm trying to not add more trees and have it be more maintenance or something. There's a ton of stuff on this property. It's kind of crazy. Well, I think that's it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I think we're gonna go inside because currently it's 100 degrees out and we know how I feel about that. So thank you guys for visiting our garden. I cannot wait for you guys to see one of the videos this week. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that comes. It's gonna be so good. And I'm sorry that I can't tell you. Maybe I should tell you. I can't tell you. Okay, thanks for visiting our garden. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.